Hey, I'm Mark.
I'm Anita.
And join us on our 2024 adventure on the Camino de Santiago. Let's go. Well, we're going up at least a 1.5 mile hill, halfway through our Camino today. And going up the mountain, it kind of reminds us of Virginia with the ferns and the oaks and the hills. You can see the trail is very muddy and it's very slick. Anita tries to stay on the side of the road. There's a little less water.
Stay on the rock.
Stay on the rocky part. We saw one lady the other day fall completely in the mud. Her whole backside got dirty. Look at all the pretty purple flowers on top of the mountain. So the weather cleared up a little bit and we're going through the town of Ajes. Cute little town. And we still gotta go one town further for our destination today. It's been a long day. Our legs are getting tired. There's the water for the pilgrims. Here's where we're going. Camino ata Porca. All right, let's continue. We're climbing up a mountain this morning. The beautiful sight across in the distance. So I've been carrying this rock since St. Jean, where we started in France, and it's supposed to represent the burdens that we carry and sin, and we're going to ask God's forgiveness and toss it up on the pile underneath the cross. Well, it's day 13 on the Camino de Santiago, and my pack feels much lighter now that I got rid of all my burdens. And we're headed for the big town of Burgos.
Big city.
Yeah, it's a big city. Has a huge cathedral here and a big museum. And they found the remains of the oldest European man found near the town that we stayed at last night. And the remains are there in Burgos, and we may check it out. He was supposed to have dated back to 1.2 million years ago. So this morning we ran by a sheep farm, and as you can see, this is a very rare variety of sheep. They all have a red or purple X on their backside. Not sure what kind of variety this is, but they seem to be happy and content right here. Well, we're walking along the road now, and if you notice that we're walking on the right side of the road. Over in Spain, it's customary to walk on the right side, walking with traffic, rather than on the left side against traffic. But you can see there's no traffic whatsoever. Not many people on this road. So we're going through a large park that will bring us into Burgos, a very big city. Walking towards downtown Burgos. How beautiful it is. Look Look how cool it is in Burgos. They have a separate bike lane from the cars. There goes one now. We are in Burgos and we're at the main cathedral. And boy, is it gigantic.
If we can find the front door, we're going to go in.
Good morning, people. Hey, it's day 14 and we're doing a rest day today in Burgos, and we're walking through the park again, and we're going to the Museum of Human Evolution.
We're going to see what they found at Atapuerca, where we were 2 nights ago.
So let's check it out. It's the way. Hey folks, we're here today and found another pilgrim on the road. Where are you from, sir?
I'm Tony. I'm from Sacramento, California. Having a great time on the Camino.
Excellent. What brought you here to the Camino?
Well, it was my brother Tom, who wants to be anonymous, and we'll leave it that way. But he had a desire to do this many years ago, particularly for the Jubilee. But guess what? We had the pandemic, and that kind of changed our plans a bit. But here we are today, 2024, September 5th.
And you're having a good time?
Oh, having a great time. Having a little sip of brew here in Burgos.
You have to rehydrate, don't you?
Yeah, all the time.
One more question.
Sure.
What do you like best about the Camino?
Actually, I like meeting individuals from different parts of the world, and of course within the United States as well. And I met you, Mark, and Anita. It's been fun. We've crossed paths a couple of times, and here we are in Burgos, and it was just an unexpected surprise, actually. Serendipitous surprise. That's another thing what I like about being here and participating in this really, truly unbelievable event. And we've seen great vistas. We've had rain, wind, and cold, but we've persevered, and it's been a fantastic time.
Well, thank you so much for the interview. Is there anybody back home you'd like to say hi to?
Oh, hi, Julie. That's my wife. She's doing well, and our cat, Nina. That's it.
Buen Camino.
Buen Camino.
Well, it's day 15, folks, and we're leaving Burgos this morning. One last look at the cathedral. Boy, it's a beautiful piece of architecture. And it's cool this morning. It's the first time we have to wear long sleeves. It's about 50 degrees, overcast. We had a little rain last night, but now it's stopped, and I think it's supposed to clear up by the end of the day. And what a beautiful city. We had some good food, and met a lot of our fellow hikers and had dinner with them last night. And actually, Anita got a vegetarian meal for one of the first times in Spain.
Very nice.
As promised, the sun did pop out, and we're leaving Burgos, and we're climbing up into the meseta, which is a big plateau in central Spain. Covers, I think, 81,000 acres, and we're gonna have to travel about
150 some miles, I think.
Okay, across the plateau. It won't be very shaded, so luckily the temperatures are cooler now, and hopefully won't have as difficult as a time going across it. But it's going to take us about a week before we get across it and to the city of Lyon.
So they say the first part, did we already say the first part of the Camino is for your body. We're now starting the second part, which is for your mind, because you go on and on and on. There's not a whole lot. And then the third stretch is for your soul. So I thought that was interesting.
So we went through a small town and stopped by this small church and got a stamp on our passport. And there was a lady inside who gave us a prayer to read, and also prayed over us and gave us a necklace to wear. Wasn't that sweet of her?
Very sweet. First time I've cried this whole trip. Beautiful little lady.
Well, we are approaching the town of Hornillas, and we're having a 13.5-mile walk today. We've still got a couple miles to get into town. Can you see those little dots in front of us? Those are other pilgrims on the way to Santiago.
Buenos días. Hoy es sábado y es el 7 de septiembre. Sorry about that. We're out here on the meseta, and you can see it's all very flat, but we had to climb to get up here. In the distance, I don't know if you can see them, but there are lots of windmills up here. Beautiful, nice easy walk this morning. There they are.
Another cool day on the meseta. It's about 52 degrees. We got about a 14-mile walk today to the town of Castro Jerez. My pronunciation is probably off there, but we're walking into some dark clouds this morning. I hope it doesn't precipitate on us. You can hear the wind blowing about 15-20 miles an hour, so it makes it even a little bit chillier up here. Well, we stopped at this cute little restaurant on the way, and you can see on the sign below it's 14 degrees out here, but that's 14 degrees centigrade. And Anita has a neat way to change centigrade into Fahrenheit.
Double it. Wow, listen to the church bell. Double it plus 30. So that would be 30, 60 degrees. That's about right.
Yep.
Cool. It works.
So today Anita and I visited a church that's been turned into a museum, and this church was built in the 1500s, and in the late 1700s there was an earthquake, and consequently that earthquake made the church unstable and it's starting to lean. So if you look at the pillars, and there's some cables going across, the cables are holding the church because it's leaning to the right. I don't know if you can see that in the video, but the pillar on the right is leaning over, while this pillar in front of us is brand new and is holding up the ceiling. So we climbed the top of a hill behind the city that we're staying at. There's a monastery up here, and it was a short climb.
It was a very difficult climb. Mark had to hold my hand almost the whole way.
Would you do it again?
No.
There's the monastery behind her. So the monastery was destroyed in an earthquake or damaged in late 1700s and never was repaired. I guess it cost a lot of money to repair something this broken. Check out that door. Solid steel. Let's go up those stairs, Anita.
Not me. I don't think that is the stairs.
How cool. This is like 30 steps up here.
This thing doesn't give away.
Imagine living here. Wonder where the elevator is. Sure do have a good view from up here. You can see the whole town.